Active read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. I ask that you guys come in and hit that like and subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, please make sure you come in and hit that like button for your girl. Okay. So what I just received as I was shuffling the cards, I just received twin flames. So there could be a twin flame reunion that's about to take place. Second chance, opportunity, make amends. Okay. Um, I'm hearing a love like somebody is about to remember the movie Ghost and how her and her husband was able to experience a beautiful love. Something very romantic, respectful, twin flames coming together. They're about to experience something very romantic and respectful. You got mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. Somebody's understanding that their partner is a reflection of them. You got realization, okay? Somebody is realizing that they have been very angry, very mean. This divine masculine. He's realizing that you got final straw breaking point, and they're understanding this divine masculine is understanding why his twin flame could have came to their breaking point, their final straw due to their behavior. This twin flame also, I feel like this divine masculine is ready to heal, release, purify, and cleanse. And I feel like this divine masculine wants to heal the connection, but also want to heal within them because they are seeing that things that they do just it's not right. Okay. So you got self growth, self focus, and self finding, nourishing. This person wants to nourish themselves and do better, and also cleanse and heal themselves. You got shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. I feel like whatever happened between these twin flames was unexpected. Okay. But it's also due to cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. This divine masculine could be unbalanced because right now he's the only one out here on the board. No one else is out here on the board except twin flames. But the divine masculine is the only one on the board. So at right now, I could be feeling the divine masculine's energy. You got time, waiting, cycles, and move and moments. I feel like this divine masculine is thinking back of all the time that has been spent on all of this, the turmoil, the shocking news, the trouble, things being unbalanced. And I feel like I'm okay this morning. I'm good in you. How are you this morning? How are you guys doing this morning? Okay. I've been in my prayer. I've been in prayer. I've been talking to my Father God this morning, praying to him. And I just got off the phone with my mom, just talking to her and telling her how God been delivering messages to me. And hey, I'm in prayer right now, but I'm good. I'm okay this morning. And how about you? Okay. So we have time. You got I feel like this divine masculine feel like he's been wasting a lot of time. Okay. So you got awareness, importance, and value. This divine masculine is aware of the things that he's been doing, the mistakes that he's been making. And he feels like he needs to value his twin flame more. It is important that because he probably ain't been doing that. You got foundation. He's ready to build a foundation with his twin flame, family security, establish something deep within this connection. Okay, what else? Yeah, so you got family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Someone could find out that their twin flame is pregnant. Okay, how you doing? Somebody could also want to have children with their twin flame. Clarify this parenthood, or they yeah. So I'm also getting here that this person could have children by someone else. Okay, attachments, third parties, and peers. Okay, but their heart and their heart The kind-heartedness, the graceful, the charming, the beauty is with the twin flame. Okay? Clarify that. Yeah, they feel like the twin flame has a beautiful heart, and this is someone that they want to build something with. But this person also got kids with someone else. Yeah. Dishonesty, deception, and trickery. And I feel like maybe there could have been some conflict that went on between them and the other baby mom or baby daddy, and it caused a lot of conflict. Okay, clashing differences. I feel like this divine masculine is realizing that it doesn't have to be conflict. He can actually have the life that he want to live. He can co-parent with his baby mom. He can build a family with his twin flame. Yeah, things don't have to be hopeless for this connection. Things could actually be something positive. Yeah. Respect perspective. This person is seeing that they are better off, and they're better off with their twin flame. That's what I'm picking up. They can receive happiness with their twin flame, and they're having a clear head space. Okay, so I feel like they're also realizing that the baby mom was not their soulmate. Like they talk to their baby mom and stuff like that. And maybe there was no boundaries set with the baby mom because it's boundaries in reverse. And they have not set any boundaries with the baby mom or the baby father. And maybe that was causing confusion and the connection. Somebody's really thinking about like all of it. And they do want a new beginning. Try again, start over, new direction, right? But it's like, okay, maybe they could have been, lusting over others, dealing with other females, even dealing with the baby mom, and this person is like thinking about the repeated cycles that they were going through that caused the emotional turmoil and the unstableness between them and their twin flame. Also, this person is realizing that their arrogance and their stubbornness, their pride and ego also cause problems between them and their twin flame. So you got this person also realizing that they was chasing behind a lot of things that they shouldn't have been chasing behind. The pursuit, the toxicity, they were being toxic. They were. And it is like they're starting to realize how toxic they were. They was also being doggish. Okay. What else, Spirit? Yep, clarification. So you got abandoned in the reverse. Why is this abandonment in the reverse? Withdrawn. Okay. So this person is understanding why their person walked away. Now this divine masculine, he has abandonment issues, but this divine masculine don't want to lose their twin flame. Right now they're withdrawn, they're single, they're lonely, they're in solitude, but they're understanding why. Maybe they had a conversation with someone, okay? But it's like you got to suffer the consequences of the things that you cause. This divine masculine is understanding that they caused the separation between them and their twin flame. Yes, between them and their divine feminine. They caused that. And they're missing their divine feminine. You got the divine feminine with the divine masculine, and then you got twin flames out here. Okay, so this divine masculine is realizing that the things that they're going through with their twin flame is something that they caused. Yeah. So you got confession, unveiling, coming clean, messages. Yes, he's realizing that like it could have been better. I could have did better. He's understanding, and maybe, like I said, for some of them, they could have been talking to someone else, and somebody else had to break it down to them. Like, even if you got kids over here, if you plan on being with this woman, there's boundaries, there's lines you don't cross. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody you want to be with them, and then you still crossing lines over here, or you still behaving in this type of energy. Like, there are certain things you can't do. You can't build no foundation with this person, and then you over here allowing this person to cross boundaries. Like, nah, it don't work like that. So this person could have been, this divine masculine could have been wearing a mask. The mask is coming off. Okay? The mask is coming off. Yeah. Because you got heartbroken. They're heartbroken about what happened between them and their twin flame. They are shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. They feel like they destroyed the connection, and they feel like they destroyed the connection by having a negative mindset. For some of them, I'm not gonna lie, that's for some, not everyone, but spell work been placed on this person. One thing people need to understand, and I since I've been on my spiritual journey, I've heard that if nets follow you all the time, if nets is constantly following you all the time, that means that there's a spell being placed on you. It's just like, okay, if you're with your twin flame and then all of a sudden, out the blue, nets start following you, or somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's like some type of hex that's been put on you. And for some of them, they have that going on to make their mindset negative. So if your person has been low vibrational as hell, somebody is trying to do that. They're causing that. Okay? I know a lot of people feel like, that ain't true and all that, but let me tell y'all something. The enemy can be sitting right there next to you. You don't know what a person can do. This right here now is the new age of Aquarius. People are doing spells. People are doing things to fuck up other people's lives because they're jealous, they're low vibrational, and they're envy of another. And if for some of y'all, if you're divine masculine, it's this man that's showing love and kindness, and someone knows that this person is showing love and kindness to you and in love with you, and they know that you're with this person. Yes, they can try to destroy it. They may not even want this person, but the fact that they can watch this person live happily ever after with you, and that person wasn't able to do it with them, could piss them off. So they like, no, I may not want his ass no more, but he ain't finna go over there and be loving and caring and building no motherfucking family over there with her. People do that. Yeah. Farewell, leave behind closure. Yes, for some of y'all divine masculine is ready to leave the past behind them. They're ready to give out closure. They're ready to do their farewells to people. Like the old them, I feel like about to be dead and gone. Like everybody is fit to see a different person, because I feel like this man is exhausted. Okay, you got depletion, drain, lonely. Yes, this man is also realizing that he needs to stop drinking. He needs to stop smoking. Whatever things he's doing, he needs to slow down on doing it. He needs to work on trying not to do it. Okay? And Spirit said that's the truth. So, I mean, for a lot of y'all, your divine counterpart is going to do things that's going to be different for others. Everybody is not going to agree with how your person moving. Everybody is not going to agree with how you moving. But unfortunately, things like this take place. Let's see. I haven't used these cards in a while either. So you got reaching. This person could wind up reaching out soon. Okay, y'all? Your person could wind up reaching out. It says you are always trying to connect. but love eludes you. Stepping out of your comfort zone will help. I feel like this divine masculine is stepping out of his comfort zone. This is him trying to get himself together. This is him trying to return. This is him, doing whatever it is that he needs to do to make amends with his twin flame. Clarify that. Clarify that, spirit. Okay. So you got fears. You act aggressive, but you are just protecting yourself. Soften your heart so you can feel again. That's what this divine masculine is doing. He's so aggressive. He's trying to protect his heart, but the whole time he's not protecting his heart. He's closing his heart off to receiving love because he's not giving it. He's not pushing love out in order to receive love, and he's closing his heart off so he won't give and receive love. I was just explaining to someone how people need to work on their chakras. A lot of people is getting things misunderstood when it comes down to the chakras. The chakras is your physical ability, your brain, your throat, your heart. You understand what I'm saying? If your heart is shut off, then you're blocking yourself from receiving love. You're blocking yourself from receiving happiness. If your throat chakra is cut off, then that means you're not speaking your truth. You're allowing people to say and do anything to you without you speaking up for yourself. If your brain is not working properly to where you're not really thinking, or you're overthinking, you don't have a clear mindset, these are the chakras that need to be worked on. And I don't know why a lot of people try to say that, oh, that's witchcraft. That's a part of you. People receiving all the wrong info. They say that crystals are witchcraft. Crystals help you relieve with your chakras. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, and a lot of people, it's about crystals and all that is witchcraft. That is not witchcraft. I had to explain to someone today that they always time out there following Lord Yahshua. And I had to tell someone today, he was spiritual. If you're truly following Lord Yahshua, you will understand that Lord Yahshua was a spiritual being. That's why his teachings and his the things he believed was totally different from the church folks. That's why they was envious of him. That's why they said he was speaking blasphemy. That's why they said he was the Messiah, because he was spiritual. He didn't do the things that they did. And they couldn't accept that. Yeah. So I don't know why. It's like, and it tells you in the Bible when people say, for a couple of years, there's space between Lord Yahshua and where, what was going on in his life. I think at the age of 12 or something like that, he was going different places, learning different things. He was on his spiritual journey. You understand what I'm saying? And people think that if you just stick to one thing, that gets you closer to God. No, God is all about elevating. If you're not willing to learn and you're not willing to change for the greater good, how do you expect to, get closer to the Most High God to understand? A lot of people just stuck in the old ways and not willing to learn the new. And not saying that, the old ways are bad, because there's certain old things that I do love. I love the fact that the man is supposed to be the provider, the protector, and lead. I love that because that's what God has guided a man to do. The woman comes from the rib of a man. A woman is a reflection of her man. I love that. But I understand the new of when love comes together, it has to be equal give and take. It has to be equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, The woman, yeah, she came from her man rib, but she wasn't able to do anything. She was only able to be barefoot and pregnant and listen to her man. Now, in this new age, she has a voice, but her man is still the lead, but she still has a voice. You understand what I'm saying? And the love is equally yoked. I respect you, you respect me. You're not bigger than me, I'm not as bigger than you. Change happens, and people have to accept change in their lives. Some people don't want to. Okay? So let's get back to this reading. Okay? So you got adrift. It says, not willing to settle down or be responsible. Time to commit and put down your roots. This is what this divine masculine is ready to do. That was a time he wasn't ready to settle down or be responsible. Now he know it's time to commit and put down his roots. He know it. You got you are right now. You need time to heal before jumping in again. This divine masculine needs to heal because he's feeling crushed. He's feeling crushed. God is telling him to heal within himself. Learn what you need to learn in order to move forward. Why? Because he's missing the pieces to the puzzle. So you always pick up the pieces when things are falling apart. Now look for the complete package. Like God is giving this divine masculine the complete package. He's always someone that always give. He take care of everyone. God is like, I'm giving you a partner that you can take care of that will also take care of you. I'm giving you a partner that you can love that will also love you. I'm giving you a partner that you will be equally yoked to, not someone that's taking or trying to manipulate or trying to scheme or scam or trying to hurt you. God say, I'm giving you someone that is equally yoked to you, but you have to be ready and willing to see the truth, heal yourself, and time to set your roots, time to build a foundation. Yeah, because you got lost. I feel like you have been abandoned. You feel like you've been abandoned, but there is a deeper connection coming. That's what I'm saying. Like, the universe is letting this person know, like, yeah, you feel like your person has walked away from you, but it's not that your person has walked away from you. It's the fact that you're pushing this person away by not doing what you need to do. You're not healing. You're clashing out. You're not doing the things that show that you're ready to settle down. You're missing the pieces to the puzzle. And the Most High God is trying to show him that it is time for you to move in a different light in order to receive what it is that you're looking for. Okay? So you got many flames. It can take many times to find the right one. Take a break when you need to and don't give up. My Father God is showing this person, like, you're trying to, like, this could be somebody again not willing to settle down. They're going to person after person after person, thinking that they found the one, or thinking that this connection won't be different than the last. It won't be. The person that God has for you is the person that's really stuck on your heart. This is the person that you don't physically fight with, but this is the person that's going to bring change out of you. This is the person that is a reflection of you, because in your heart you want change. That person is going to bring it out of you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this person jumping from person to person thinking that that's cool. They over there with these people and they ain't even happy. They just fucking. Real talk. They just fucking. They over there with these individuals, but in their heart, they're not happy. They're not where they want to be. And that's what God is trying to show them. You're settling for less. You're self-sabotaging your own life when I have something greater for you. The only thing is, what I have for you is required change. You have to change, because you can't go into something new with the old baggage, with the old ways. Old keys do not unlock new doors. If you want something new in your life, you have to release the old. Anything else, Father? So you got neglect, not paying attention to what's important. Decide what's truly worth spending time on. Because this divine masculine feel neglected by their person. But they're not understanding the reason why they feel neglected is because they're putting the neglect out there. I tell people all the time, the man is in the lead. His woman is a reflection of him. She doing what he do. If he in and out, she's in and out. If he's not showing love, she's gonna pull back. She's not gonna keep giving love. She's a reflection of him. And a lot of men fail to realize that. And I feel like this divine masculine is not understanding that. Like, your twin flame is a reflection of you. You feel neglected, they feel neglected. Yeah, and now this divine masculine is feeling overwhelmed. He's feeling overwhelmed. He's got a lot of stress from this, but he wants to fix this connection. I want to fix our connection. Yeah. He wants to fix the connection. But my Father God said, in order to do that, you got to be honest with yourself so you can be honest with others. You got to admit you're wrong. It said mistakes. I wish I could right my wrong. God is letting this divine masculine know you can right your wrong. But you got to be honest with yourself about what your wrong is. You can't give yourself the truth. You got to be honest with yourself. What did you actually do wrong? And if you can admit to yourself what you actually did wrong, then you can admit to the person when you're apologizing what you did wrong. And if you can admit to yourself what you did wrong, then you can take accountability for it. And then that will stop you from repeating that cycle because you know actually what you did wrong. So you're going to try to correct it. But if don't act as if you're only going to speak the half truth or act like you did no wrong. Like it will not work like that, because if you start acting like you did no wrong, you will continue to repeat that cycle of doing wrong. Yeah. So you got broken. I feel shattered about this situation. Yes, this divine masculine feels shattered about this situation. And my Father God say, as he should. As he should. Because he's the man. He's the one causing all the confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. He feels unclear about where him and his divine feminine stand because he showed indecisiveness. She is a reflection of him. It says, I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. He showed indecisiveness. He showed the confusion. So that's why he's confused. It's not mainly about her. It's about him. On the spiritual realm, she's in the lead. She's the fighter. But on the earth, he is the provider. He is the protector. He is the one that is leading. So if he's leading confusion, indecisiveness, that's what he's going to get in return. Yeah. That's what he's going to get in return. He's setting the atmosphere. And guess what? He caused his twin flame to detach from him. Mind you that she's the warrior on the spiritual side. So therefore, she's already done the work of healing herself, acknowledging the toxicity, removing herself from the toxicity. So she see all this toxicity that he's in, the knave behavior that he's in, the disrespect that he's in, and she sees that he's missing the piece to the puzzle. What does she do? Detach. Right? It says, I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. Yes. Because guess what? She's a reflection of him. So when he's indecisive, she's receiving the confusion. Like, okay, look, I don't know where we stand. You're not You're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's making me 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You're running away from the connection or acting like you don't want to be in a connection. So it's causing me to run away from the connection. How about I just remove myself, distance myself, and just focus on me? Because I got to get me back. You causing too much confusion, and I don't like the toxicity that I'm surrounded by. And that's all that is. What else, Spirit? So, yeah. So you got, I want to call you and hear your voice. Conversation. They're not speaking. They're not speaking. This divine masculine wants to hear his person's voice. He wants to talk to her. He wants to feel her energy. But guess what? When a divine counterpart, divine feminine, detached from her divine masculine, talking is not always available to him. Why? It's because the energy carries. So if this divine feminine feel like her divine masculine is still in low vibrational energy, she don't want to talk to him on the phone because energy carries. And her good energy can rub off on him, but after so long, if he's around, okay, so let me give y'all an example. Say he's around a bunch of negativity and she got good energy. Now they could be on the phone, but then he get another phone call. He answer that phone. He don't know what those people are going through. Now he get back on the phone with his divine feminine, his energy changes. That's because he was just on the phone with someone else. Energy carries. So he's not completely in tune with her. He just picked up the phone, talked to someone else, and caught their energy because they be going through things in their house. Energy carries, it transfers. That's why God tell you, be careful who you sit around. The people you hang around the most shape who you are, who you become. Place yourself around positive people that's doing positive things. Because if you're sitting around a bunch of low vibrational people, you become low vibrational. And people fail to realize that. And some people are just comfortable with the people that they sit around because they feel like this is the norm, but not realizing that the whole time they're sitting around a bunch of toxicity. And the fact that this divine feminine had to keep detaching herself to get her peace back, this divine feminine light could be irritating his demons. I'm just saying. Because he basically on a very low vibrational sequence to where low vibrational is cool with him. It's just not cool with her. Okay? And that's why the space is very much needed. Look at all that space right there. The space is very much needed. It says, I need more time to think. Yes, this divine feminine feel like she need more time. She's not ready to jump back into something with this divine masculine because she feels as if, especially if twin flames, I remember I asked my father God, I said, how many times do twin flames break up and come back together? He said twin flames will break up and come back together as many times as they need to get it right. So if this twin flame and has been breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, and then there was no change, that's why the Most High God is telling this divine masculine, you got to bring change. It is time for you to commit and put down your roots. It is time for you to step in your truth and take the lead, because you're not taking the lead. You're bringing too much confusion and toxicity to this twin flame journey. Yeah. And I feel like somebody's divine masculine is understanding that. It says, I see your side of the story. Yeah, they see their divine feminine side of the story, because I tell people all the time, when you hit a certain age, honey, all that toxicity and trying to argue and all that shit goes out the window. Don't nobody want to deal with that. In your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, you're being with a man or a woman that's indecisive and not knowing what the fuck they want. I don't have to deal with that. I'm too grown for that. We're not in our 20s. If you want to go hump on everything and, deal with other people, you're free to do that. Just not with me. I don't want to be bothered with that. I don't want that is indecisive, not knowing what he want to go fuck on everybody. I will remove myself from it. Don't come to me trying to interrupt my peace, knowing that you're not ready for what I'm ready for. Don't do that. Because the only thing that it does, and I'm telling you, gentlemen, the only thing that it does is push your person further and further and further. So about time you're really ready to settle down, that person don't want you no more. They don't want you. And then you feel like you missed the opportunity with your person. And that's because you actually kept coming towards this person, trying to pull this person back in. Because you didn't want anyone else to have them. That's being selfish. When you want to run around and fuck everybody. When you want to run around and be with this person and be with that person, and ladies, I'm talking to you too. Because y'all do the same shit. You feel like it's okay to have your side piece and it's okay to fuck this person and fuck that person. That shit bring diseases. You gotta think about it. If you think about this, you fucking someone, right? And this person know that you have someone. So basically, they're not truly committed to you. So when you're with your person, spending quality time with your person, you better believe for sure that they have someone else too. So you're fucking your person and your person is being faithful to you. But you choosing to fuck this other person and this other person know that you have a woman over here. So therefore, they're going, when they can't get dick from you or get coochie from you, they're going to get it from someone else. Now, mind you, if this someone else they're not exclusive either. That's just another dip too. So therefore, the person that you dipping with on your divine counterpart is dipping with you and someone else. And that someone else has someone else. That's fucking diseases. And that's what people don't, and it's soul ties. Your toxicity becomes their toxicity. That's why a lot of women pH balance be off. That's why a lot of yeast infections happen. That's why a lot of bacterial vaginosis happen. And that's why a lot of diseases happen. Because you're fucking this person. You don't even know if this woman got a yeast infection that you're fucking. You don't know if this woman got bacterial vaginosis that you're fucking, because that's a woman naturally thing, and it is. But guess what? If you're constantly having sex with this person unprotected, then you're constantly having sex with your person unprotected, then you're knocking off her pH balance. Now her vagina is irritated. This woman over here, vagina may be irritated, but she's not telling you, and she just constantly fucking you. And now you're passing this shit on to this person. And then if your person is fucking this person, then that person is fucking that person. And now they went and fucked this person, and then this person done caught a fucking STD. Now they not knowing the system of the STD now, because they thinking that this is just normal pre-con. So now they done turned around and went and they done dipped off because you with your woman. So they went and fucked this person because you didn't want to fuck. Now when you're woman get into it, you didn't go back and go fuck this person. Now they done gave you the fucking STD. Now you realize that you want your woman back. So now when you get your woman back, y'all lay up and fuck, and you done gave her the STD. Come on now, this is too much. And that's what people not seem to understand. Not only are you catching STDs, not only is you not fucking knock off your woman pH balance, you are creating soul ties of toxicity. All y'all ass is toxic. And the one person that's trying to get her shit together, or he trying to get his shit together and stand clear from that, you bringing that fucking drama. You bringing all the low vibrational energy. Why? Because you trying to lay over this person, that person, this person. Your other person is laying over this person, that person, this person. And they person that they fucking with is laying over this person, that person, this person. You creating all these fucking soul ties. And the person that's over here trying to keep their peace, you're bringing all that shit to them. And you wondering why y'all keep falling apart. Because you toxic. and you're sitting around toxicity, and you're creating the toxicity, and you're creating all these soul ties. Why? Because you can't keep your pussy to yourself, or you can't keep your dick to yourself, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. So if you're not ready for the real, you can leave. Okay? But that is the truth, because you can't stay to yourself. You have to lay up and fuck somebody. And guess what? HIV is real. You got people that's not going to doctors. They only go to the doctor when they feel something is wrong down there. They don't go on a regular fucking basis. That's why so much people are finding out they got cancer later, because people are not going to the doctor. They find out that they got HIV later because people are not going to the doctor. So you're not being responsible for you or for your partner. And they wonder why it's happening. Why? Because I just explained it how it's happening. And guess what? My Father God knew that all this sinning was going to be happening. So he gave you something to protect yourself. And that's a goddamn condom. And don't nobody want to use them. I'm just saying. Excuse me, y'all. My nose keep peeling. Every day my shit be peeling. Every single day. Right there. You see it? Every day my nose be peeling. I have to put a little wetness on the dry spot. Excuse me. But it be peeling and I don't like the way it look. But anyway. So, my Father God says, if you truly want forgiveness from your person, you have to fucking take time to yourself. It's time to be alone. And stop being so fucking childish. You a grown man or a grown woman. You need to know what it feels like to really be by yourself sexually. Take some time out from having sex with all these people, laying next to everybody. Take some time out of actually being by yourself so you can get a clear mindset of what you need to be doing. Okay? So you have alone. You feel like you are in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. And that's what God is constantly trying to tell this divine masculine. You're not alone. I gave you a partner, but you're not doing the work to keep your partner. You're not securing the spot. A woman needs to feel secure. She needs to feel safe. We're not talking about no hoes here. We're talking about women. We're not talking about that want to do tick for tack. You fuck, I fuck. No, them hoes. Let me put it in the correct way of how God put it back then. Them Jezebels. The Jezebels, they're like, okay, I got this and I got that and I got hoes and I can have them and I can fuck. Them Jezebels. God ain't giving you no Jezebel. He gave you a woman. And your woman need to feel secure and she need to feel safe. And if you're not doing the work, then God gonna keep putting in the space between y'all. God will let you have that woman and pull just to let you feel her. Because ain't no energy like her energy. God will bring her into your life and pull her out just as fast. Because you need to know what it is to have and appreciate a real woman that God has for you. And ladies, a real man. You need to know. Because if you're not appreciating that, God gonna keep pulling them away from you. And you're gonna keep dealing with the Jezebels. You're gonna keep feeling empty. You're gonna keep feeling lonely because you think because you got your dick wet or you got your pussy wet that means something. No. After you get through getting your pussy wet and after you get through getting your dick wet and you wake up the next day or even right after it's done, you still feel empty. Let me give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. Remember on Martin, on Thin Line Between Love and Hate, right after he had sex with that woman, he rolled over and started thinking about Regina King. He wanted it. It was the thrill of getting it. But after he got it, yeah, it was good. He even told his homie, like, the pussy was the bomb. But after he got done, he still felt empty. Why? Because that ain't where his heart was at. That's just what his penis wanted. And he got it. But that's just childish ass shit. And a lot of y'all need to grow up. Yeah. Someone has to be the adult in the room. My Father God say it's time for you to be the adult here. You still acting like you 16. You still acting like you a teen out here when you're fucking 40. Make it make sense. You're 40. You're 50. You're in your late 30s and you still acting like you 18. Baby, no. My Father God say no. You can't possibly marry the woman that I have for you and in this type of energy. You can't. Because you ain't even acting husband material yet. You ain't the man that I told her about. This ain't the man that I told her about. This ain't the woman that I told him about that you are. Yes, you have a big, beautiful heart, but I'm going to need you to operate in that big, beautiful heart. That's what my Father God is saying. You're not operating in it. You're operating in Jezebel energy. You're operating in toxicity. And guess what? You done had plenty birthdays that keep showing you over and over and over how childish you are becoming. You're not a kid anymore. You're not a kid anymore. But you keep operating in this kid energy. You're not a kid anymore. You late 30s. You late 30s, early 40s. Late 40s, early 50s. What are you doing? When is you going to realize that life can be better and greater for you? When are you going to realize that you can really have a happy life, happy wife, happy home? When are you going to realize that you can really build a foundation? That you can have some solid if you actually put in the work. You can actually have what God has for you. But it comes with work. But everybody always saying that, God, I want this. God, I want that. My Father God say, I give it to you, but is you really ready for it? Y'all ask for these things, but don't want to put in that work. It comes with work. You cannot bring old ways into something new. It doesn't work like that. That's why my Father God says the space between you and your twin flame will remain until you understand that it's time for you to be the adult here. It says someone has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the term should be grow up or get out. And then that means, you know what that means, go hard or go home. And for some of y'all, home is with this is basically for some of y'all the toxicity. Some of y'all, the toxicity is where home at. But if you go hard like you're supposed to, you'll see what the home God has for you. Some of y'all just too comfortable in the toxicity, and God like, nah, you can't marry my person. You're not husband material. You're not wifey material. This is not how a wife and a husband act. Not the ones that I ordained. Okay? I'm telling you, forgiveness. My Father God say, if you want her forgiveness, you need to show up as a husband. If you want his forgiveness, you need to show up as a wife. Why? I'm struggling to get over the past. A lot of y'all got a lot of childhood trauma that you need to overcome. Something that your mama did, something that your father did, something that somebody did to you and it destroyed you. Let me tell y'all what, give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example because this happens, even though it's a TV show, it's real life and it's happening. If you ever seen The Half and the Have-Nots, Wyatt and his sister was raped. Right? They were raped as children. And it turned Wyatt into drugs, heavily drugs. I mean heavily. Right? And everybody knew why he was drugged, and that's because he wasn't able to get over the childhood trauma. So when his mom and dad always enabling him he felt like they weren't shit because he got molested, but they didn't know. They didn't. And when you watch the show, they always trying to cover up for him. They always trying to protect him. To where his mom finally said, no, maybe this is the time we need not to protect him. Because he even tried to kill his parents because he blamed them for the rape that happened when they was kids. And then he got raped again later in prison. His daddy was trying to teach him a lesson, but his daddy authorized for him to be protected. The woman that the family called a friend authorized for him to be raped. He blamed the father for that as well. The mother didn't figure it out until later because he's spazzing out again. But he was doing drugs so badly that he OD'd twice. And his father and mother was trying to stop him from doing the drugs. They was trying to give him all the help that he needed, but he didn't know how to cope with any of it. The last time he did all the drugs, it stopped his heart right in front of his father. Because he's chasing after a high, trying to forget what happened. And that's a childhood trauma. A lot of y'all going through that. Or you're going through the fact that your mama didn't treat you right. You're going through the fact that your mama may have chose men over you. You're going through the fact that your mama didn't take care of you properly and you had to take care of yourself. This is my thing with that. All our childhood traumas are differently. Some are different, some are the same, but guess what? They are traumas that we can get through. I'm grown. I have children of my own. I have a lot of childhood traumas that I got through. Was I clashing out on my kids? No, I chose to be a better mom to my kids due to what I've been through. I lost a mom at 9. My real biological mother died in 1995. Her friend is raising me. So when y'all hear me say my mom, I've been to my mom house, I'm talking about my mother's friend that raised me after my mom passed. That was a hard childhood trauma for me. Did my father step up, come see me? No, he didn't even come to the funeral. He told me he had to work. Childhood trauma of not having a father. Was I out here looking for love in all the wrong places? Yes, I was, but I learned to love myself. Have I been heartbroken? Yes, I have. I mean, to the max. My heart has been dragged, stomped, threw in the air, slammed on the floor, stomped on again, ripped apart, shattered, and everything. Yes, I've been through it, but have I learned to get through it? Yes, I have. Did I let that stop me from being a better me? No, I have not. Why? Because at the end of the day, we are still teachers to our kids. My kids don't need to see all of my hurt and my pain. That's why I give it over to God. I still show up for my kids with love because I don't want them out here looking for love in all the wrong places. A lot of us going through these childhood traumas need to figure out how to overcome them because it destroys our adult lives. All of that pain we hold on to, all of that hate we hold on to, that means clearing your chakras because now you're holding on to resentment. You got fear in you. You got doubt in you. And it's destroying your whole life. And you know what you're doing behind it? You're self-sabotaging. You're closing off your heart. You're not letting love in. You're not loving properly. You're afraid to love someone and let them in because you got abandonment issues, because your mama done left you, because your daddy done left you, because you had no one there when God is trying to give you everything that you want. Everything that you've been praying to God for, he's trying to give it to you. He put a woman or a man in your life that is going to love you unconditionally. He put a woman and man in your life that's going to help you get through these childhood traumas. He put a woman and a man in your life that's going to show you something different. But a lot of y'all so hard-headed that y'all don't want to learn nothing new. Y'all feel like what y'all going through right now, y'all used to that. Y'all comfortable with that. But think about your life right now as you speak. Where the fuck are you? Nowhere. What have you learned? Are you happy within you? No, you're not. You're not at peace within you. Me, I'm at peace within me. I'm happy all over. I'm just not at peace where I'm at far as financially and my home situation. But am I happy? Yes, I'm happy. That's just one part that I'm not at peace with. But the rest of me, I'm at peace with. I love me from sun up to sundown. I wake up every day with a smile on my face. I still give even though I ain't got. And I don't look for nothing in return because I am a happy individual. I only have one part that is bothering me, but the rest of it, I'm happy. And I stay away from people that will try to destroy my happiness or interrupt it. A lot of y'all ain't working on you. That personal healing and happiness journey needs to be done. Because if you're not doing it, you're destroying it. Look at it. This is you. It says, I let my pride and ego get in the way of our connection. You're letting your pride and ego get in the way of what God has for you. It says, I haven't told you everything. You holding secrets because you think someone is going to judge you. God, like, how do you think this person is going to judge you when you done heard some of their stories? Some of y'all done told, some of y'all divine masters done heard things that your divine feminine been through, and you think that she's going to judge you? The only reason why you think like that because you're around a bunch of judgmental ass people. That's what my Father God is trying to get you to understand. You're around a bunch of judgmental ass people and you keep treating your divine feminine as if she's one of them. No, them just the people you keep socializing with. That's your family, them your friends. You're the one that's around the toxicity. And you can't let real unconditional love in. You can't let a listening ear in. You can't let that real shoulder to lean on and cry on in. Why? Because of the people that you're around. Everybody trying to be the same. Yeah. So you got soul tie. I always feel connected to you. You and this person is this far distance. Emotionally, physically, y'all distant. But y'all feel each other. God say you feel this person because this is your person. But God, like, I ain't finna let you keep going back towards this person to mistreat this person. No, you got to get your shit together. Yeah. I'm afraid of what other people may think. You're afraid of what others may think when God's trying to give you something pure and better. You're afraid of what other people may think when they call on God too. But since they do it in a different way and behind closed doors, and you got a woman or a man that's loving God out loud, you feel like that's a problem. Since you got a man or a woman that's learning to become one with God, you feel like that's a problem. You worried about what your family gonna say, what your friends gonna say, when God is telling you should be learning from this person. You should be learning how to be a better you. You should be learning how not to worry about what the next person may think or say, because your journey is your journey. Their journey is their journey. And what you eat don't make them shit. I'm just saying. Anything else? Yeah. Contract. You have a contract. The lessons I've learned from us will never be forgotten. My Father God said, you ain't even learning the lessons. You're supposed to be learning lessons and not forgetting them. That's learning from your mistakes, taking accountability. You're not doing that because you're not healing. It's like you don't want to admit you're wrong. When my Father God said, you got to do that. You got to do that. You got to do that because you're missing the pieces to the puzzle. And not only are you neglecting your divine counterpart, you're neglecting the needs of yourself. You're neglecting what you need because you're stuck in these childhood traumas. Anything else? Yeah. Look. And I feel like, look, okay, so I'm struggling to find the right path. Yeah. You're struggling to find the right path. You're struggling to do it. Even though your heart wants something different. But old keys don't unlock no doors. And guess what? It's crossing. It says, you made me realize my flaws. Your divine counterpart make you realize your flaws, but you don't want to admit your flaws. You don't want to admit you that damn toxic, but you are. You don't want to admit that you're stubborn, but you are. You don't want to admit that you're self-sabotaging, but you are. You see all the wrong you're doing, but you don't want to admit it. Why? Because you gonna look bad, or you know what? That's gonna bring change. That's why you stressing about it. That's why I feel overwhelmed, because your heart want what the heart wanted. You want this person, but guess what? God said you ain't getting this person. Nope. Not until you remove all these habits that you have. Not until you understand what you are doing wrong and ready to take accountability and stand in your truth and be the lead man that you are supposed to be. My Father God say that's when you will be able to return, make amends, and work on healing with this person. Right now, there's so much you need to release and let go of in order to receive this twin flame divine feminine back. Because just like you exhausted, this person exhausted too. Yes, God is talking to you, divine masculine. You need to withdraw from the world. You need to spend some long time with yourself, and you need so you can see things clearly. Because right now you're feeling lonely. You only feeling lonely because you're divine. You had a taste of what this divine feminine love feel like, and God say that's your love, because y'all share one heart, one soul. But until you understand what you have in front of you and ready to not self-sabotage it and put the pieces to the puzzle, when you're ready to do that, then God will open that door. But as of right now, God say that door will not be open. It will not be open. Divine masculines, y'all got a lot to learn. You do. Y'all do. And Spirit say that's the truth. Y'all are not stepping in to be the men that God has guided y'all to be. Like, truly. Y'all supposed to be leading down here. You guys are not leading. You're not leading. You got a couple of men that do. And for those who, is on the journey and ready to lead and, ready for your queen to come into your life, my Father God say it will happen for you because you are deserving of it. But for those who have the queen, who has come across their queen and really not doing the work, God say he's not letting you back into that person's life until you do the work. That queen will continue to keep moving forward with her life, and time waits for no one. So remember that. My Father God said, times wait for no one. He's not going to deny this queen of having real unconditional love because you want to play games. He's not going to keep doing that. Yes, this is your twin flame. Yes, y'all have a mission. But she deserves unconditional love because she put in the work. And she been fighting on a spiritual realm for you guys to have real unconditional love. She been doing that. And it's time for you to step into your truth so y'all can have something solid. Y'all supposed to be building a solid foundation. A solid foundation will never crumble. Never. Okay? So, Father, what's the cup? 10 of Cups. You can have this happy life, happy wife. You can have it, but you can't come in with this flighty love. You can't come in with indecisiveness. You got to take real action, and you got to speak your truth, and you got to stand in it, and you got to make a final decision to be with that person and only that person, and remove all that toxicity of bringing all that turmoil. Your private parts only belong to that person. You got to be putting in the work to take care of you and that person. Because let me tell you something, when you have a wife, nothing and no one comes before your wife. No one. And God say right now you're not in husband material because you're putting everything and everyone before the love of your life. You're in love. But instead of you stepping up and showing that you're in love, you put everything and everyone before this person. And that's why God say, I stopped it. I stopped it. God say, I stopped it. I did. Because you're too stuck in low vibrational energy. You're stuck in it. And God say, since you're stuck in it, I'm protecting this person. I'm protecting this twin flame. Until you understand, you got to stop lying to yourself and stop lying to others and really show that you're ready to commit and deny. You need to be denying others, not denying your divine counterpart. You need to understand that your manifestations you keep praying for starts with this person. That's where your happiness is. That earth angel that I sent into your life that you are so madly in love with that loves you too. This person give you real unconditional love. And you have the nerve to give this divine feminine an empty cup when your heart overflows for this person. They don't deserve that. My Father God say they don't deserve that. My Father God say this is a brand new fresh start and it's here for you. But the only way you're going to receive it if you stop bringing this lying, sneaky, manipulating ass tactics towards this woman. You got to stop trying to juggle this woman. You got to show up as your true, authentic self, and you got to release those burdens, and you shall not break her heart again. If you is not stepping in that type of energy, my Father God say, I will not let you towards her. I will not give you this real unconditional love, this prize, and you're not ready to do the work. You got to be ready to do that work because this person deserves it. Now, don't get me wrong. This is the person that you grow with, the Ten of Pentacles. Y'all create generational wealth together. Y'all have a mission. I'm talking to the divine masculines that have a mission with their divine counterpart. You have a mission with your twin flame. And part of your mission is breaking generational curses. You got a bloodline of generational curses that you need to be breaking too. Not just your divine counterpart. She or he already started. I'm picking up on she. Your divine feminine already started. She's already broke generational curses. You need to be breaking them too. Because y'all want a clear bloodline. Y'all want y'all kids to have peace and happiness and joy. You talk about it all the time. You feel it. You talk to God with your heart of how you love your children and how you want them to have something different. It starts with you. They can't have anything different if you're not bringing different. It starts with you. You got to teach them something and show them something that you've never had before. Right? Yes. Seven of Cups. You're trying to have options and do this and do that when the whole time that one woman is the person that has your heart. Nobody else matters, but you're just trying to keep an option. No, my Father God said it doesn't work like that. In order to have this ordained spouse, in order to have this real unconditional love, in order to move on to common waters, you've been taking your slow time doing right by this person, taking your slow time investing into this person, well, you're going to continue to be cut off. Yep. You're going to continue to be cut off. You're going to continue to stay a distance from this person. God, like, this is the yin to your yang. This is your person, but you bring in too much chaos, conflict, and drama. Until you show me that you can be the emperor to your empress, you will continue to stay your distance. And you will continue to long for this person, miss this person, crave this person, desire this person, because this is your person. You know what it feels like to have this person by your side. And God say this person deserves nothing but pure, unconditional love for you. And until you're ready to actually be that husband, then that's when you'll be able to come back to this person. When you show God you're ready to be that husband. But until then, nope. That's God said that's the truth. He's not letting you back into this person's life in that type of energy. He's not. He said enough is enough. You're too stuck in this low vibrational energy. You're stuck in it. And it's very toxic. You are supposed to be the emperor to your empress. And you're not putting your foot down. You're not setting boundaries. Look at your face. You're too worried about what other people going to think and what other people going to say. You're too busy worried about if it's going to go wrong or if it's going to go right. You're too busy worried about if this person going to leave you or abandon you. And you feel like this person has already left you and abandoned you. No, they didn't leave you and abandon you. You pushed them away. Because you keep giving this type of love, this flighty love, this in and out love. That's the love you keep giving instead of giving this love, what your heart really wants. and what your heart really feels for this person. You are madly in love with this person, but you keep giving them this cup that only got about that much life water in it. When the whole time you overflowing of emotions for this person. And God is like, no, if you can't come like this, you're not coming towards this person. If you can't come like this, you're not coming towards this person. God is going to block it. Why? Because you and this person deserves this. God is trying to give you this. But if you want options and unhappiness and sadness, you gonna know that's your free will. You can go right over there and do it. But you're not going to come over here with this empress with their energy. You will not. You will not. My Father God said you're not going towards this empress and that type of energy. Not until you got to stand in your truth. You got to be honest with yourself so you can be honest with others. And you got to stand in your truth. God said he got something greater for you. He got something more beautiful for you. But it's up to you to want it. Some of y'all could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Some of y'all could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Y'all men. And some of y'all could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All men. I'm talking to men right now. Look on these cards. These are men. I'm talking to a air sign man, earth sign man, fire sign man. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All men. You want this 10 of Cups? You want what God has for you? You got to get in this energy. That man that protects, provides, and leads. That man that shows unconditional love. That man that let go of the fear and the doubt. That man that set boundaries. That man that puts his wife first. That man that shows love and shows that man that shows his wife that she's safe with him. That man that shows security with his wife. If you cannot show this, God said you are not going back towards this person. He's going to block it. He's going to block it. Because this woman is not an option. She is your ordained spouse. And in order to move on to common waters with her, you got to show up like this. Yep. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope everyone take this, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. And you guys have a safe and blessed, beautiful, abundant day. Have a nice one.